And now, TSPN News with Tom Slivick. Comprehensive news because in today's world, you need more than just sound bites. TSPN, streaming on the World Wide Web, and now on demand at TSPNTV.com. Hello everyone, I'm Tom Slivick. Welcome to TSPN's News for today. Let's get into our stories. This week, the State Water Resources Control Board advised surface water diverters of shortages for 2013 and possibly 2014. For 2013, the combined total precipitation for the months of January through May is the driest in about 90 years of record. The State Water Board reminded diverters that when there is insufficient water for all, the water diversions are allocated in order of water right priority. Diverters with a Term 91 permit condition and other diverters were cautioned that they are restricted from diverting water when the state and federal water projects are releasing stored water to meet Delta water quality standards, and in-basin entitlements as the rule of water right priority only extends to natural and abandoned flows, not stored water. Given the current situation, there will be little or no natural abandoned flows in the Delta watershed and other stream systems in the late summer and fall. Diverters were advised that water in the fall for uses such as planting winter crops may only be available to the most senior water rights holders. If water supply conditions do not improve, permit licenses and restriction holders, make that registration holders, may see their diversions restricted, and it may even become necessary in some parts of the state to restrict more senior water rights such as riparian or pre-1914 rights. The State Water Board advisory memo can be accessed here on TSPN's website. For additional information, please contact RCRC's legislative advocate, Kathy Mannion, at 916-447-6406. And CAL FIRE and the California State Board of Equalization announced the 2013 State Responsibility Area. Those are the SRA fee bill, the fee bill scheduled late last week, with the first round of bills being mailed in alphabetical order by county beginning Friday, July 19th. And Contact, the rural county representative of RCRC, continues to oppose the SRA fee and has been fighting to have it repealed. Rural residents are encouraged to contact Governor Brown and urge him to repeal the SRA fee. Governor Brown's can be emailed here. There's a link on TSPN's website, and it's made available in the story. For additional information, please contact RCRC Legislative Advocate Cindy Hillary at 916-447-4806. And Tom McClintock, Congressman for California's 4th District, delivered the following remarks on the House floor. Mr. Speaker, America is a nation of immigrants. We are all either immigrants ourselves or we are the sons and daughters of immigrants. America's motto is E pluribus unum, from many, one. From many nations, we have created one great nation, the American nation. There is only one way to accomplish this remarkable feat, and that is through the process of assimilation. Unlike other nations, our immigration laws were not written to keep people out. They were written to assure that those who came here demonstrate a sincere desire to become Americans, to acquire a common language, a common culture, and a common appreciation of American constitutional principles and American legal traditions. Illegal immigration undermines the process of legal immigration that makes our nation of immigrants possible. If we allow illegal immigration, then legal immigration becomes pointless. The process of assimilation that our immigration laws assure breaks down, and the bonds of allegiance that holds a country like ours together begins to dissolve. A recent article from John Font of National Review points out earlier immigration reform bills included a provision calling for, quote, patriotic integration of prospective citizens to the American way of life by providing civics, history, and English with special emphasis on attachment to the principles of the Constitution of the United States, the heroes of the American history, and the meaning of the Oath of Allegiance. The Director of Immigration Policy for La Raza objected to this language, writing that, quote, While it doesn't overtly mention assimilation, it is very strong on the patriotism and traditional American values. Language, in a way, which is potentially dangerous to our communities. This language is pointedly missing from the Senate measure, suggesting a purpose fundamentally different from past immigration laws. It raises the question of why the groups behind this bill find the mention of assimilation objectionable and consider patriotism and traditional American values not only disagreeable, but in their word, dangerous. To say who say we need a path to citizenship, I must point out that we already have such a path that is followed by millions of legal immigrants who have obeyed all of our laws, who have respected our nation's sovereignty, who have done everything our country has asked them to do, including waiting patiently in line, and are now watching millions of illegal immigrants cut in the line in front of them. In 1986, Immigration Reform Act promised a balanced approach that combined legalization of the 3 million legal immigrants then in the country with promises of employer sanctions and tougher border security. As we all know, legalization occurred instantly, but the promises of enforcement were first ignored and later actively resisted by presidents who followed. The current administration, for all its rhetoric, has unlawfully suspended enforcement of our existing immigration laws and actively obstructs states from assisting in their enforcement. If this administration will not enforce our existing law, why should anyone believe its promises to enforce even stricter laws in the future? A common tactic of those on the left is to blur the distinction between legal and illegal immigration and to paint those in opposition to amnesty as anti-immigrant. This is simply dishonest. Legal immigration is the very essence of our country. It sets us apart from every other nation in the world. The fact that citizenship is open to all who evidence a sincere desire to understand, adopt, and revere those uniquely American principles enshrined in our Declaration of Independence and animated by our American Constitution. They do so by the thousands every day, by obeying our immigration laws, renouncing foreign loyalties, and embracing American principles. By doing so, as Lincoln said, they become the blood of the blood and the flesh of the flesh of the men who wrote that declaration. Illegal immigration destroys all of that, and any measure that encourages more of it by granting special privileges to those who defy our immigration laws is a direct affront to every legal immigrant who has become an American and is a direct challenge to the process of immigration that built our nation. To those illegal immigrants who seek citizenship out of sincere desire to become Americans, I ask them to respect our laws, and I invite them to begin the process of legal immigration that is already available to them and has been followed by the millions who have come before them. During this week's regularly scheduled Amador Water Agency meeting, July 25th, 9 a.m., the board will have on its agenda a discussion of possible action to have Gene Mancebo, the general manager of the Amador Water Agency, appointed as representative to the MOKEWISE Stakeholder Committee. And now let's take a quick look at our weather. It's a little cooler out there today, and it was breezy. It's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 90, a low of 67, winds out of the west at 10 miles an hour. And on Tuesday, mostly sunny, high with 89, so it's cooling down with a low of 67, winds out of the west 5 to 9 miles an hour. And on Wednesday, sunny, high of 93 with a low of 68. And of course, Thursday starts the fair. Our air quality index report, ozone levels are moderate today, Monday at 77, and will be moderate again tomorrow at 74. Burn day information. There's no burn days any longer. So when we come back, we're going to have Supervisor Richard Forrester, and he's going to give us the pre-agenda report for the Board of Supervisors for Tuesday tomorrow. So stay with us right here on TSPN's News. You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.